Supported bridge pose looks like one of the easiest poses in yoga. It's also probably one of the most misunderstood. Most people drop into it for 30 seconds and completely miss what it is for. Hi, my name is Lindsay. I've been practicing yoga for nearly 20 years now and teaching since 2017. And I love using a pose such as a supported bridge pose to make powerful shifts with the nervous system in a relatively simple and short time frame. We're going to use a 4-part version of supported bridge to guide you through. So stay for all 4 and notice what your nervous system does by the end. A bolster or a rolled up comforter or just something with a little bit of thickness that you can place underneath the hips that does have a little bit of softness to it is going to be what we are going to use for practice today. So prepping for our supported bridge, have a lay down. You're going to line up the feet in line with the sit bones. Lift up those hips. Let your bolster, blanket, whatever you're using, slide underneath. And just take a couple moments to kind of adjust. Make sure you are settled and ready to relax. Feet in line with the knees, in line with the hips. And let the arms gently rest out towards the side. So we're starting out in supported bridge without any extra fancy bells and whistles so that we can start the settling in process. This is very important. We are elevating the knees above the hips, encouraging the brainstem to understand that no effort is needed. Starting this down regulation that benefits from a little bit of time and support. We use a nice soft support under the hips to start encouraging the tissues and the receptors and both the mind and the body to understand that scanning, that awareness, do we need to do work? What do we need to be doing? Allows the body to let go of that. It allows the mind to stop scanning for effort needed. So eyes closed. Breath moves rhythmically. Enjoying this nice slow release. And resting the head below everything else encourages it to cool, to quiet. Anytime we are working with the nervous system, we let ourselves be. No rush, no destination, just enjoying the moment. Continue to let your breaths naturally find more length, more depth. As the nervous system continues to move from activation to rest, to healing. All right, we are going to gently bring the right leg into the body. Grab over the top of the knee or grab under the knee, whatever is more available, and just invite that right leg in. Squeeze it in nice and tight. And we're going to actively give a stretch out through the left leg. You're going to try and push that left heel like it could reach past the other end of your mat. And yes, this left leg is going to float. So we're encouraging a slightly more active release into our left hip flexor, into the quads, psoas a little bit. We have entered into a slightly more active release now that we've taken some time to rest and to slow. This encourages the ego to step aside and allow our tissues to remain restful, even within a more aware and intense place. And those relaxed breaths, keep them going. And we're going to take a handful more. Rest the left leg down. Release your right foot down. And let's just really gently switch. So the left side we're going to bring in. We're looking for that grip. Draw it in. And then once you've got it, give the right leg its extend. An active push through the heel. So that right leg does have a lift above the earth. Holding that left side in nice and tight. When we move from one side to the other, the mind can sometimes get a little bit excited and wander away. So this is your turn to just settle it back down. Notice the nice support under the hips. Perhaps finding gratitude for releasing an especially tight space of the body. And we're incorporating these more active hip releases because our hips tend to be a place that is almost like a junk drawer for our emotions, for our stressors from our day. And they get real sore, real tight, and it's a bit of a back and forth. Our nervous system gets agitated, so our hips get tight and sore. When our hips are tight and sore, we get further grouchy and just generally not feeling awesome. So just doing that work, gently, easily, unpacking it. Almost through. A couple more breaths. Okay, relax the right foot down. Take that left foot out, and let's just take a moment, bring both those feet back to plant. Close the eyes, deep breaths. All right, one foot at a time. Let it reach out to the other end of the mat. Let those arms rest down beside you once again. Finding those belly breaths. This is really where the nervous system will now start to Make those biggest and most noticeable shifts where you really start to feel yourself, your tissues, your energy, your mind. Enjoy like a big sigh of relief. And this is where that time that you have spent, that nervous system having the space it needs, really starts to show. Keep the mind with the breath in the belly. Belly breaths. Really great way for further encouraging and awakening the parasympathetic nervous system. Allow yourself to really settle in. Feel the earth holding you. Feeling the hips, the pelvis, the belly. Enjoying the space. Melting more and more. Now I encourage you to continue on with this one for as long as that nervous system is saying yes. If you enjoyed this nice bite-sized nervous system reset, I invite you to join me in my online space, the Grounded Strength Studio, where we drop into full-length classes just like this one and more. You can find the link to join in the description. If you have any questions at all, drop them in the comments, and I would love to help out. Until we get to join together again, namaste.